the coup in Burma because it's the military illegally take over democratic government. They kick
Right.
out the democratic government with guns, not by people consent. So in
Yes.
democracy system, it is illegal. So that
Right.
is happening in Myanmar. So we are discussing about how regional affected by this kind of military coup, and also how it affected in international system, like especially international politics, like also international system, trading, business, all are nowadays all are related, So
Right.
you can explain about Korean perspective, Korean view about coup in Myanmar and how you have your own experience.
Well, actually, the Myanmar story is well known to all Korean, because not only Korean, but all of the world, they know the sad stories out there.
Korea are very
because
active to, to support Myanmar democracy issue, because they don't want to let the democracy fail in Korea too. I feel like that.
Maybe first of all, because I like to, very sorry for this unfortunate things happen in Myanmar. So I'm really feel condolence, or maybe feel sorry for all the Myanmar people who have a hard time there. But still this kind of activity, like you and all the related Myanmar related, maybe celebrities and opinion leaders, to let everybody knows, that the world knows that this must be not happens again. So I really maybe you're the courage. I really respect your courage. You're doing everything as far as you can do. So I really admire you, actually, because you did a great job. You just want to let everybody know.
Advocating for democracy,
so many
restore.
Yes. So because of your activities, just like me, everybody in Korea knows that is unfair. So maybe innocent people maybe have a hard time. So from my heart, from my activities and everything, I really encourage you continue to do this for the justice of society or something. So I think you are the really great person, because you're very alone. Not many people don't know what to do. I think Tang, you are the right person anyway. So I think you're
maybe during military government in Korea is more restricted, or now democracy government is more freedom, or in terms of trading or import export.
I think maybe I'm not an expert about the politics or economics of Myanmar, but
it's a kind of a political economy, political system, and how international trading affected. So maybe trading, but you don't know much about politics.
Sorry, but I
but
think
at least trading, you can.
Yeah, that was about the when I was in the college. When I attended the college, it's like quite several
in Seoul,
several decades in Seoul, because I attended. I graduated from the Korean University. Wow. So at the time, there's many big military coup, against the military coup. We also participated in a street demonstration or something. So at the time,
Seoul?
In Seoul, right? So in Seoul, see all the university student, they against the government policy for suppressing democracy. Same thing like in Myanmar. So at the time, the many tear gases.
In Seoul.
So in Seoul, definitely. So I also went through that hard time there, but finally we overcome the difficulty. So I also believe the Myanmar people also, they can maybe ultimately they can find some
I
freedom
guess
there.
Korea University is one of very active for democracy and freedom
Yeah.
movement, right?
Yeah, the government really hate those
At the time.
you know, at the time. So anyways, Myanmar, I think currently I heard the news like they are really bad situation now, but I think it'll be getting better, I think. So because only God will help release innocent people in Myanmar. So,
Is
you
there
know, so that's why I'm the very strong supporters of your activities, you know.
Sure, because of Myanmar have suffering two reasons. One is COVID-19 and one is a military coup. We have suffered double compared to other country, right? Other
I'm so
country
sorry.
usually lock down the port or airport for
Right.
COVID-19 only that reason. But Myanmar case is two reasons, which means our trading declining. Myanmar people lost a lot of business or a lot of opportunity of international trading for this extra two reason,
Right, because it doubled the stress, So not only the pandemic, but this kind of military unstable conditions, economic situation makes matters much more worse,
Or trading, you know better than me.
Yeah, actually, at the moment, not only military coup, but in this industry, we have the pandemic. So pandemic is affecting our logistics situation really worse. That means if you have the cargo to ship, there's no container. It's really hard to get the container. Also, you can
very
have
expensive nowadays. Container fee.
Yeah. Because
if you
because
export,
of pandemic,
you have to pay more than last 2 years ago before disease COVID-19. That's one of reason, right? COVID-19.
COVID-19 is maybe one of the main cause. So also because all the country like Malaysia or Indonesia or the Southeast Asian countries and European countries, we call it lockdown. They does not allow the ship come in to their country, the port. So the port is locked down.
Even in Singapore?
To prevent, I think at the moment, Malaysia is now they start to lock down something.
What about Myanmar?
Myanmar, I think that might not only the pandemic issues, but I think something like military issues. Yeah,
so
military
two
issues.
Reasons in Myanmar. One is
right.
COVID-19 issue. Second is a military coup. It may be locked down the port in Myanmar, right?
It makes matters much more worse, So hopefully, I think just like your effort, maybe help to release those situations in the future. So the military government, I think their priority is to stabilize the situation, no more war situation. So I think they put more focus on politics, not economics. So I think the politics must be first, maybe stabilized anyway. So I think all
they still ignoring. They still cannot pay attention on the trading economy.
Yeah,
they are not
at the moment
doing right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but still, I think maybe international cooperation, some kind of voices must be raised further for stabilization of the Myanmar situation. Because if it's not done, still it will be worse, So I think international cooperation must be done something to go together for Myanmar.
Yeah.
So you are in the middle. You are the driver, in the center of the driver to relieve, changing this paradigm, this difficulty. So I think, so your tongue, I think.
Import-export. Myanmar, even before military coup and before COVID-19, Myanmar is still very bad trading. I mean, the port system are not good, the import-export system are not good, trading are not good, facilities are very poor. So even before that, it was already not good enough, but now it's worse than that. So in Korea experience, compared to your port, how it can make better in Myanmar?
Actually, the port, it costs a lot. So without the government policy, without the government fund or something, the private sectors may not handle this big amount of the capital.
So usually port is
infrastructure.
The government infrastructure, right? Is there any private has port? Private port?
In Korea, all the port is maybe governed by the government, right? Because this, in times of war, the fighting with North Korea and South Korea, this kind of, cases, the port is maybe some changed into some strategic weapon,
What about any other country? Do you know is there private owned port?
Actually, like for example, in the Southeast Asia region, for example, Malaysia, maybe the private, there's many port they handled by the private, the stockholders, because they secure the land, they buy the land, they make the land into the container terminal. So they have to set up the gantry cranes, some equipment they have to put, and they must allocate the block for the designation, like some, what is it? Maybe trucking or many things must be connected together for the smooth logistic, like custom issues, stocking issues. The ship must be, Dutch or not. So everything is not just one or two methods.
What about
everything
the size?
Combined.
The size of port, big size, small size, medium size, is there different category?
Normally,
because ships are also different, there are big ship, cargo ship, and there are also small ship. So yes, I guess I'm not expert.
Yeah, because in ship-wise, maybe sometimes you can carry the container. Sometimes you have to carry the bulk, energy, like liquid. So there's many kind of the vessel that carry some boat that only carry the car. We called it the car, So many kind of, the vessels out there. So each vessel must have specific terminal. So like a car terminal or the bulk terminal or a container terminal. They must be specialized for the efficiency of operation. So maybe, I don't know, many kind of, vessels out there, many kind of terminals specific to the need of the smooth operation for according to each the cargo or something. So actually, go back to our subject. Normally, only government, big money, big capital is required to smoothly operate. So development, planning of the port, also inducing the shipping company or the porting companies, all the ecology. It takes time, it takes capital, it takes modern technology. So everything is combined issues. So, so I like to help you out, but,
facility also important, right?
Right. Yeah, because for the cargo-wise, cargo is always moving. So sometimes the cargo must be stuck in warehouses. Sometimes it goes to the on-board. Sometimes it's on the truck. Or so, the final go to the final destination. So it it takes a lot of process, and each process requires specific technology, specific, like if the cargo is flammable, explosive, if some cargo is maybe, toxic, some cargoes maybe, what is it? Radioactive, corrosive, so it must be handled very properly. So it needs some according must be taken care of accordingly.
And screening the cargo.
Right. So
in Korea, they are not that strict for screening the cargo, right? In compared to Myanmar. Myanmar, they are usually the immigration, the cargo was strictly all these imports are strictly restricted. They spike or they tear and they open and they see, and sometimes they test everything. Sometimes, we export goods. But once they check up and all are meshed up, I mean,
it takes time.
It is very bad system. The screening and also
very poor.
Service is
handles
not
very
good.
poor.
But I don't think it is in Korea port.
No, in Korean port, we
cannot do like that, right? You cannot open or you can break down or tear.
Yeah, we must be very efficiently operated. If you not efficiently operate, there's many loss of the cost. Maybe it'll add more cost, or so it'll delay the schedule or something.
I see. About import export in Korea, you have special law, right? Legal system.
Because everything is combined with the send the foreign dollar. Because if you pay something, the freight, or if you pay the taxes, maybe duties or whatever, it connected with some certificate of the how much cargo, where you pick up, where you clear the cargo, FTA issues, and many issues combined together, maybe quarantine issues. So you need all the certificate. So you must have a track all the cargo. If cargo is something missing, where maybe cargo has many cargo, like a perishable, like orange, you must be keep the perishable in the container very stable, right? Very fresh. So if something wrong, big problem. So each container has the checker. If the temperature vary, going down or go up, so everything must be recorded. So the shipper or they know, they automatically know, the ship has the problem in which stage, like a container stage or the outdoor stage or something. So they must know. So, the cargo is very expensive, Cargo is normally a big size. So they contain, 40 feet. So big size. If something's, gone, it's big loss of the capital.
Have you, this government has to compensate, or who has to pay for the loss?
Normally, so we need a surveyor. So at the time, if something wrong in the process or maybe storing wise, you have to find out the cause, why it was become, bad. So that situation you have to check by the surveyor or some specialist. So they write some report, some damage report. So you have to, so who is responsible for this blame? If the cargo trucking is in the process of cargo trucking, something wrong, and they responsible for, all the coverage,
So if something they broke down or they tear, they open and missing something because of during their process.
Right.
So that is authority responsible. That
definitely.
Case, who has to pay for compensation?
Maybe authority is responsible but I don't know. Every situation is different, because only for the inspection stage they make a mistake, or maybe it's mandatory. I don't know, because some are mandatory to check it out whether the cargo is contained according to manifest sheet.
Yeah.
Because before you send the container to somewhere, you have to clarify inside container which cargo, how much amount, is already stuck there. So that we call it manifest sheet. So you must check it out, manifest sheet. So if the government guy, authority guy, they very suspicious of this product, then they have to go through. They need document. They ask you some documentation. Hey, where's the manifest? So you have to present. Oh, I got this documentation from the shipper, and they told me this cargo is stuck in container. So you have to present the manifest to the authority person, and he checked it out. So he opened the gate of the container, gate door, to check everything. So if something wrong, big problem. So anyway, in the middle of those checking, screening, something happened. Maybe product is going wrong or something. I don't know. Maybe you can claim for the something wrong with this one or something. But normally, authority does not responsible for the bad things happen out there. Normally,
I mean, Korea is very professional for trading, import, export for
because
the world.
Korea is the only
Korea
import and
know
export
very
country.
Well. You are doing
because without
very well already.
Without the trade, Koreans cannot survive.
Yeah, it's not like Myanmar. Myanmar cases, the regulation also very bad. Even the authority, immigration, all this custom, when they open it, they tear it, and something, even some officer can stole, or they can take for themselves, and they can break down something. But usually the legal system for import export, who port authority, even they are mistake, they don't have much compensation or responsible in Myanmar. That's why service is very bad. So that is one of reason international trader, international businessman doesn't want to do business in Myanmar. Because if you did not provide good service at the
regulation,
regulation and at the ground activity, if service is not good, who will be willing to do business, right? But in case Korea, you have experience. How did you prepare? I think maybe 50 years ago, Korea also maybe not much good experience, but now it's very much experience about trading, import, export, right?
Yeah.
So, many resources, agriculture products, we want to export from Myanmar to around the world. The port system, trading system are so bad. Facility are not good.
Poor.
Sometimes customer, like in many countries, example Korea, they want a good package. And if products, they want very good package, safe and very fresh. In case of a vegetable or fruit, they want a good package. But if you don't have a good facility, how customer will satisfy?
You're right.
If you want to export, you want to do trade, you should make very nice, beautiful package and very safe package. So the other one will be satisfied. They are willing to pay for any amount, something like that. So if you don't have a good package, there is no, attraction for customer. That is a Myanmar problem. I feel that is big problem. We don't have good facility in the port too.
But I would like to add one more, because not only the cargo wise, but also some of the banking system is very important, because all the international trade must go to some, the money transport too. So whether it goes to LC type or TT type, so there's many type of the money transfer.
Transaction system.
Yeah. So maybe banking or something must be well built in. After that, maybe you can do the business. So not only the cargo wise, facility wise, but in addition to that, we need some well financial system. It's very important.
So
they
it
must be
should
well
be
established.
accompanied with the import-export and the financial system, right? It should be go
And
together.
also,
Otherwise,
right,
it will not work very well.
you're right.
Of course,
Also
now
quarantine.
Myanmar is, right now, financial is big problem, banking is big problem. They cannot withdraw enoughly.
Just wow.
Only, $100, $200 equal amount so far. So you cannot really do business in that kind of financial system,
I'm very sorry to hear
Coup
that.
and before COVID-19, it's much better. You can do trading and withdraw money, but because of military coup and the pandemic, it's all, messed up. Financial is collapsed. Banking system is collapsed. Now both is ideal. Like,
I'm very sorry to hear that.
You said other thing is quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine also very important because if something wrong with the quarantine issue, like some bacteria issue, some disease, some radioactive, we have the very recently when was in Japan, there's a big, tsunamis happen. So some radioactivity materials comes out. So if those come to the Korea, they must do some quarantine. They must go through the quarantine process to check whether this product is safe for the human or something. So the quarantine must be very important. Some cosmetic wise, also quarantine is very important issue because if you put some cosmetic on your face, if something happen, it's a really big disaster.
Your skin can be burned down or you become ugly, if you
so you must
cosmetic.
check the quality. Quality is okay or something. So you quarantine you must pass the test of the quarantine. This product is proven safe and secure. So that job is done by the quarantine. So quarantine issues also one of the the obstacle.
Sure.
So many issues in logistic wise, there are many issues. You have to have the proper ship. You must have the proper contract term of contract, because when this we call the international terms of contract. So if you contract with FOB, free on board, CIF, you have the cost, insurance, freight. So many different kind of international contract that
including insurance.
Right. So many kind of contract according to their situation. So you have a very strong power. Only you dominate everything. You have your people to come to our factory, so you can take up everything. I don't know. You have a strong power. So if they need some material, they no other choices but to go to their premises to pick up their cargo. That's called it. We have X work. Okay, I only do the contract with the X work. So I won't do nothing. I don't arrange ship. I don't take care of any import and export the procedures. So you just take care of everything. I just come to my yard, pick up your cargo, and that is it. So there's many kind of terms and conditions according to the situation.
How big your port?
Actually, how can I say?
How many
maybe
acres?
Square meters, acres. One of the largest LNG terminal, because in your winter time, you have big. You need some LNG. So normally the LNG comes from the overseas. They come with the liquid. The liquid, they must stay here. So maybe
for heating.
Maybe under minus 163 degree or something, they must store it in the silo. So if you convert into air, it's also some big facilities required. So maybe think about it. Maybe all the Korean people in the wintertime, they need some
Everybody
gas.
need gas.
So that gas come from maybe overseas, like Middle East
port.
or they come. All the we called it those cargo, liquid cargo, come here and they stored in a silo, and they distribute to all over the Korea. And also we are the #1 port of the automobile. Maybe some maybe imported car, export car, Hyundai, Kia car, or maybe battery cars, everything. They are because in Pyeongtaek we have the many Hyundai, Kia factories here. So to export to overseas, they have to bring all those cars to here. So when you not Busan, because Pyeongtaek is very close to the final user customer. So the cost is very cost. You can save a lot of costs, so because to final customer. Most of customers live in the Seoul area, some metropolitan area, right?
Seoul and Gyeonggi-do.
That's right.
Half of Korea population is in Seoul and Gyeonggi-do, right?
I think Gyeonggi-do is much more bigger, right? Because Seoul population is decreasing, but Gyeonggi province maybe 10 million, 13 million something.
Gyeonggi-do is increasing because of space.
Right. So many foreigners also. Because many manufacturing facilities are not in Seoul, in Gyeonggi province,
Sure.
The logistic company or manufacturing companies, they are located in Gyeonggi province. So they are, I think, some economic driver, they do something. They manufacture, process, export and import. We have the boat, guided boat. So you can take the boat.
You have any tours event like that? Guide tours?
Definitely, because of pandemic, we already just stopped temporarily, because to prevent the spread of the COVID, we are temporarily stopped. But we will resume because vaccinations process, maybe older people now, but now younger people, they get vaccinated. So we expect about the June or maybe June or July. So we're going to resume our operation normally. So this coming July, we also participate in the import the exhibition or something in COEX. Import all the country, like a import exhibition. So they want to import many countries overseas. They want to export their product to Korea and Southeast Asia countries. We know very well. It's a big trade volume, but Myanmar is comparatively very small amount of the volume, trading volume. So not many people know.
They are usually export agriculture products, not much manufactured products, because they don't have much industry. That's what.
It's okay.
What will be good for Myanmar?
I think the agricultural products, maybe their margin might be not that much, So I think my recommendation is some kind of value adding product, like you make some can using agricultural products, and they to set up the small, manufacturing company in Myanmar. So they adding the value,
not just raw material.
Yeah, non-material, some of the processing material, and some of this maybe some texture, some textile, or the some very good natural drink or something, good for health or something, some processing, making some something. I think Korean people likes it because they like some new. We are Korean people is getting older. They are becoming older. So I think aloe or maybe some.
We have a lot of agriculture products. If we can, with very low price, that is not good for the country business. Like so that, maybe thick wood and many resources they export to China or almost very low value. China get raw material all raw material from Myanmar, something like that.
So I think
the business system is very bad in Myanmar.
So I think there might be some policy, maybe government policies required, like inducing
government
more
is
foreign capital.
doing very bad. That is the reason,
Sorry,
Myanmar government
maybe government
is very
job
bad.
is to make some policy to attract more foreign investment. And that helps maybe vitalize the Myanmar economy, I believe. So I think it's the government's role. The role of the government is very important. So the government is very important, right? Policy. That
trading
makes,
policy, manufacturing policy, industry policy, finance, all are correlated. And this all you cannot just do. You have to be, connect with international system, trading,
right? Yeah.
international business system,
You're
international
business
possible political economy, structure, like banking also. You need international connection.
Right.
Without that, you cannot do anything nowadays. Everywhere is interconnected,
But
you have to connect with somebody, at least,
Right. But the important
Myanmar
thing
did not connect with other people. That is big problem. They must connect. They have to, they have to, hook up with, because in Korea example, very good. Korea has hooked up with many people, many places that can easily flow trading, import, export, and a lot of money is coming, because of they hook up with many things. But Myanmar did not hook up with anybody. Now military is cut off. How is terrible? How can you get money? No trading, no money. That's
what I'm saying, because your role is very important, because you have to let people knows about this. You have to
should find how to
motivation.
Hook up with, Myanmar to do a lot of business. That I agree. You're right.
Because all the business may be done by the people, done by the person.
Sure.
So you just enlighten the person. All you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to go this direction. You have to let them know, brighten their mind. So you know the importance of the human resources. Human is everything. Whether you do business, whether you do whatever, changing, maybe enlightenment, maybe some better or something. Human, the core is the human resources. But you're the important person to,
Definitely. I want to my country to hook up with many international systems, but I guess the government, Myanmar government will not allow me. They did not let me do, national.
I'm very sorry.
Business international system.
Sorry.
That is the first point. The problem in Myanmar. They will not let you do permission, very tightly controlled, strict, restricted by the government, by only usually the military company they are doing. That is far behind international system. We have to catch up with many international systems. We need to do a lot of catch up. Myanmar is huge gap with international system. We need to do big catch up with international system. So first thing is the policy, permission, let us do. Then we will hook up with international system. Even only me is not sufficient. We need many people hook up, connect with international system to do trading business. Only then the money is coming in Myanmar. But the beginning step, Myanmar is already, they cut off. How you can do? That is problem. In Korea case, you can do very freely, openly international business, right? There are almost no restriction, right? For any business or any company factory. That's
Right.
why,
Right.
you know, import export are flowing very, you know, very freely, comfortably. Everybody can in and out, in and out, in and out. That is the policy is good. And
Okay,
then
Tom.
the facility also good. The government authority provide all facility to in and out flowing, you know, all these goods from the country to other international system
Okay.
and hook
Yeah.
up with many
Okay.
system, many network by Korea. That is a good example. Myanmar has to follow how to learn hook up, how to flow very freely in and out like that. So
So
I have to learn more from you.
no, because we have to get together.
Sure.
Because we also have to, you know, we also have to do a lot more better. We have to make it much more better. At the moment, we just go forward, make it more efficient. We are not satisfied at the current status quo, you know.
Sure.
So we have to go forward.
You can see, you know, even Korea still not satisfied. You know, in Myanmar
yeah.
case, is far away behind. We have to do many things.
Yeah, but we can do together, Mr. Tang, because you have, as far as we can have the mind, we can have the will to improve. I think we can do everything.
I think Korea has to accompany us to doing international trading, free and fair, hook up with many international network. That's also important.
Yeah, so I think Mr. Tang, you're saying the right things. You know, there's many things we can do work together. You are the long time friend. You know, I'm very happy you still. You know, I'm very sorry for the Myanmar situation now.
Yeah.
So I feel very helpless, you know, in this situation. But only just kind of my mind. I want to help you. I want to do something together with you.
Support us.
So I hope, in this pandemic, in this political issues, I think double hard time. My friend, you know, you are the very important person. Don't lose hope. You know, continue to go forward. Just find me. I'm always here to supporting you. So
thank you.
We can go together, sir. Okay, Tom, have a good time. So we can next time we can do more discussion. Sure. Okay.